ever wondered what exactly is light language? Do you enjoy listening to light language and it really feels good when you do, but you're not quite sure why, and you would like to know a little bit more about that? Well, in this video today, I want to share with you some insights into, or an explanation of, what exactly is light language and why you feel so good when you listen to it. So light language is actually the language of soul. It's your soul language. So some people call it soul language, some people call it, in a religious terms, they call it speaking in tongue, and others refer to it as light language, or the language of light as well. So basically it is a multi-dimensional language that can reach deep into your core. It can affect your DNA. That's why when you're listening, you feel something when you're listening to it, because it reaches so deeply. So it is a multi-dimensional language that speaks directly to your soul and to the core of who you are. And when expressed and experienced, whether it's you channeling it yourself or you're just listening to a channel that's channeling light language, whether it's you're listening to any of my activations or anyone else, it can have a positive effect on you and your life. And when you're listening to light language, you may have somewhat of a resonance to it, that you're actually resonating with what is being said. Now here I just want to mention, there are many different channels out there, and light language can be channeled in different frequencies, because most often whoever channels light language, they're tapping into higher beings, whether it is the angels, there are galactic beings, or dragons, or fairies, or any kind of light being. And each light being has a different frequency, or each group of light beings has a different frequency. So you may listen to a light language that absolutely resonates with you, and you can just feel it deep within you, feel something is shifting within you. That means that you resonate to that frequency. Whereas if you're listening to another light language that it just doesn't resonate with you at all, that means it's just you're not resonating with that frequency. But when you're listening, there's this deep inner resonance to what is being said, even though you don't understand. And here I want to just mention, light language is not meant to be understood. It is meant to be felt and experienced. In the beginning, when I started channeling light language, I always was wondering, well, what am I channeling? I was getting images, I was getting certain words and impressions, but I never really understood word for word what exactly I was saying. And my guides actually shared with me that it was not meant to be understood, because light language is so powerful that if it were to be translated into words that is being understood, then it actually limits the impact, the power. Because light language, it transmits light codes of healing and of activation. And it simply cannot be translated, because if it would, then whoever is listening would focus on the words, the specific meaning behind the words, rather than just having the experience. Because there could be 5 different people listening to the exact same activation, and each person receives something different. They may have different experiences, may have different images or insights or anything like that, but they're each individually experiencing something different, because light language is meant to do what is to the listener's highest and greatest good. And if it were to be translated, then whoever is listening would focus only on the words and would limit the impact of light language. And light language can also be a very powerful healing tool, because when light language is used with intention, like really focusing on specific things, intending certain things, and then guiding light language towards that intention, whether it's being expressed in spoken word or even singing. And you can also express light language in signing, where you use kind of like sign language, or it can also be expressed through art, through writing, even through movement. But however light language is expressed, if there's an intention behind it, it can have a very powerful effect that can reaches your DNA and changes you at the core level. That's why whenever you're listening to a light language activation, you're feeling something, you're noticing those inner shifts, and that is because oftentimes there's intention behind it. Now, of course, you can actually channel light language without an intention, just experience the activation, you just experience the light codes, because Light language, it, like I said, it delivers light codes, and the more you channel, the more you listen to channeled words, it has an effect on you. However, when we're talking about the healing, using light language as a healing tool, which I use, any and all of my activations, they all come with intentions. There's a specific focus on it, because when you have an intention, when you're channeling light language, or even when you're listening to light language, you're giving it a direction, right? It's like you're directing the light codes to do a specific thing, right? And you can use light language to heal karma, cut cords to soul contracts, dissolve soul contracts. You can clear any blockages, any interferences. You can affect your past as well. Any past lives that you've had that you had a negative experience, you can clear that out. Now here, I'm not saying rewriting your timeline, because that you will not be able to do that, because if you were to rewrite your timeline, that can actually have a butterfly effect that can actually be negatively. However, what I'm talking about when it comes to using light language as a healing tool is it's clearing out the emotional charge. Because anytime something happened in your life, whether it's this lifetime or past lifetime, whether it was like in your childhood, you had a bad experience, and it doesn't even have to be anything traumatic, but let's say your very first heartbreak, right? Maybe if you're thinking about it right now, it still has somewhat of a negative touch to it, right? All of those negative charges can be released with light language, because that's how you kind of rewrite your timeline in a way on an energetic level. So you're not actually changing what happened, but you're just removing the energetic charge around what happened. So it kind of sets you free, because anytime something bad happens, or anytime you had a bad experience, well, it kind of stays with you. It kind of lingers. It kind of overshadows you. And when you use light language, you can heal and clear that. You can also activate certain things within you as well. If you would like to, let's say, abundance, if you really want to attract more money, more freedom, more happiness, whatever it is that you want to attract, well, you can use light language to heal and clear whatever is blocking it, and then activate a new wealth consciousness within you. You can activate a sense of more joy within you, and those type of things. So light language, there are so many possibilities that can truly change your life in many ways, for self-healing, for healing others, and that's what I get to do with the work that I do. Is I get to help heal others. I get to activate through my videos here on YouTube, and also heal as well. So it's truly a powerful healing tool, energetic healing tool, that can truly change anyone's life that is listening. So if you have noticed that whenever you're listening to any of my light code activations, or even someone else's light language activation, you're noticing those shifts, that's basically what I'm talking about. It's affecting you at the core level, at your DNA and your energetic makeup. And if you're really feeling drawn to light language, whether it's you just love to listen to it, or maybe you even felt kind of curious about learning it yourself, light language can truly change your life in many ways, because there is true power behind using light language. Like I said, it can be used for self-healing, for self-activation as well. It uplifts you, because the more you channel light language, the more you listen to light language, it uplifts you. It raises your frequency. It also makes you feel good, right? Just remember the last time you listened to a light language. How did you feel afterwards? I would assume that you felt pretty good. Now, light language can also help you manifest with more ease, because like I mentioned earlier, you can uncover what is holding you back, and you can release that through light language and activate certain things within you. So if you have been challenged with manifesting, light language could be the tool that could help you release whatever is really blocking you. And there's so many more possibilities when it comes to light language. So it's truly a powerful and beautiful tool to use, and it's already within you. Yes, you already possess that gift of channeling light language within you, because it is the language of soul, right? And your soul is within you. So if you ever listen to a light language and it resonates with you, it's because your soul understands. You, the human being, may not understand verbally what is being said, but deep down you have that resonance. That's because soul says, yes, I remember. Yes, I recognize that. Yes, I resonate with that. And if you would love to learn a little bit more about light language, maybe even learn how to activate it within you, I want to invite you to join me in my brand new program. It's called Activate Your Inner Light Language. where I will teach you and activate you to channeling light language. And there's also a section in the program about self-healing, using light language for self-healing, where I will teach you how to clear karma, soul contracts, clear past lives, remove negative blockages, heal deeply, clear your chakras, and all of those different things. If that is of interest to you, there's a link in the description below, or you can go to activateyourlightlanguage.com and you can learn all about this beautiful program. And I really want to invite you, if you're really feeling drawn to light language, if you enjoy it, if you feel that calling, that, you know what, maybe I do want to learn that I do believe that maybe you're one of the chosen ones to really use light language for self-healing and then maybe even making an impact in the world. Because using light language can be a powerful tool if you ever want to start a spiritual business as well, to help others, to help heal others. So if that's of interest to you, definitely check out the link in the description below. But now I would like to know from you, what is your experience with light language? Are you channeling it yourself, or are you just listening to it? How did you come across light language? I would love to know your story. Do me a favor, leave a comment below and let me know. But here you go. I hope now you have a better understanding of what exactly light language is and the power behind it. And maybe you're really feeling drawn to making this your path moving forward. And if so, I would love to be your guide if you do feel called to join me in my program. But thanks so much for being here. Now be sure to check out this video here about the 11 signs that you've already unlocked your third eye. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.